What is happening, Magnus? So we have some more plot leaks. Let's see how good they are.
We have some insane reports to go over today about Avengers Doomsday concerning Doctor Doom, Thor, and Loki. And honestly, this is exactly what I want from Avengers Doomsday.
Well, let's find out what it is then.
The one that's been reported here to happen, I think, would just make this movie absolutely incredible. And this also raises some really interesting questions that I do think ties into the movie very well, specifically with who Doctor Doom actually is and what he's trying to do during this movie. What is going on, Cosmic Crew? Thanks for stopping by the channel today. Like I said, insane reports. Let's just get into it. There's three parts to this, three different reports, but the first one and second one kind of go together. But the first one, you may have seen this going around online right now because it's kind of everywhere. We have a report that Doom and Thor are going to fight. And it's not just going to be a normal fight. Thor is apparently going to get his butt kicked. And in this fight, Doom, reportedly, will pick up Mjolnir.
How?
That's huge.
How?
Of course, you have to wonder, well, okay, how is Doom worthy to lift Mjolnir? We'll get to that. But there's a lot of people talking right now, and there's people online saying that I'm hearing that when Thor is praying to Odin, it's him praying for a fight he believes he is about to lose. And the report says when Thor meets Doctor Doom, Thor just gets his butt kicked so bad that Doom actually grabs his hammer and throws it back to Thor and says, "Come on, God of Thunder, I expected more," something along those lines. But the big report is that Doctor Doom wields Mjolnir. So, I mean, like, that's actually insane to me. So, like, people online are saying, so, like, when Doctor Doom and Thor are fighting and Doom is laying the
Explain that.
And Doom picks up Mjolnir and tosses it back at Thor and says, "Come on, God of Thunder, pick it up. Is that all you've got?" Proving that even Doctor Doom is indeed the villain, but in reality is actually worthy because his intention is to save the multiverse and bring balance and order. Then what? This is exactly...
And that's what I was thinking. I was like, because in some roundabout way, he's the good guy trying to right the wrongs of what Steve Rogers did by going back, so he's worthy. That's exactly what I was thinking too.
What I'm talking about. It raises a very interesting question about how Doom could actually be worthy, which I think does tie into what he is actually trying to do. At least originally. I did a video on this a couple of days ago. I do believe originally Doom wants to save the multiverse, but I think we're going to get to a point to where he realizes that it can't be saved. And there's just too many factors and too many people like Steve Rogers that go and do things and tamper with different timelines, and rules are broken that aren't supposed to be broken, and it just causes these branches, and eventually the multiverse just experiences too many incursions. It's a domino effect, and the whole entire thing can't be saved. But we've always heard that Doom views himself as the villain and is actually doing things, we've always heard that Doom does view himself as the hero and is doing things that are actually kind of heroic. And the main thing is he wants to actually stop the multiverse from being destroyed. That alone right there, I think would make him worthy enough to wield Mjolnir. Or he has some type of magic that kind of gets around. I was also thinking about that too. That's placed on the hammer.
Yeah.
That is also a possibility. A lot of people's talking about how could Doom be worthy. It's Doom. He's got magic and tech, right? He's like, his sorcery skills are like right there with Doctor Doom, or Doctor Strange, a little below. But I mean, even in recent comics, Doctor Doom has become the Sorcerer Supreme. So make no mistake, for sorcery, he is incredibly powerful. Incredibly powerful. Now, something that's a little more, to me, I think, easier to explain, and this could be a big spoiler, and if you're here, I'm sure you don't care, but just in case, if this report is true, it's kind of a big spoiler. I guess so is the Thor one and Doom. But here's another one. According to the Beyond Reporter, Loki will also wield Mjolnir in Avengers Doomsday. This
sounds getting a little redundant. But the redundant or repetitive. Just everybody picking it up now, huh? Okay. It's just a Thor worthiness bargain sale. Okay. I mean, because he's done something noble and good in Loki. His whole demeanor has shifted. His values have shifted. Okay.
To me, I think is a little more straightforward. Loki has now basically sacrificed his entire life for everybody in the entire multiverse, at least the branches that are attached to him, to have free will. He literally put aside everything that he wanted for the greater good of the multiverse, basically.
Yes, he did.
Right? It's a complete 180 of the Loki that we originally met. His story is just top-notch in the MCU. And just storytelling in general, it's one of the best character arcs, along with Tony Stark's as well. Just a bunch in the MCU. But Loki has been on an incredible journey. Since the first Thor movie and the Avengers to Loki Season 1 and Loki Season 2 to what's about to happen in Avengers Doomsday, it's going to be incredible. And to see him wield Mjolnir makes a lot of sense. I would definitely say that he's worthy. And I think it would actually, at this point in time, after what he did at the end of Loki Season 2, I think it would be hard to argue that he's not worthy. That would be a harder argument. Because whatever the past was, who cares? I mean, some people might not view it that way inside of the universe, especially. But where he's at right now, he's totally worthy. In my opinion, and I probably think everybody would agree with me, but go ahead, let me know if you think differently. But it's just his sacrifice for the greater good of the entire multiverse would make him worthy. And I don't know if these are the same scenes, but that would be insane. Imagine at the Citadel, Doom makes it there, Thor shows up to protect his brother, and Loki and Thor are fighting Doom. Doom wipes the floor with Thor, but then then Loki picks up Mjolnir. Like, that's an incredible scene. I don't know if that's how it's going to pan out. Even if they're separate, I do think Doom beating Thor is a good thing. I think it would really showcase how strong Doom is.
Please let it be understandable and make it make sense, since you're dealing with a god versus a human being with tech that knows sorcery. Just make it make sense, because just you got a regular dude going up against a god, you don't assume he's going to win, type of thing, So whatever they need to do to let us know, whatever exposition, I don't care. Just do it right so it's believable that he could take Thor out.
I don't want him to die. I don't ever want Thor to die. My one rule still stands. Tobey Maguire's the one person who can't die, but Thor is a pretty close second for me. And I think for a lot of people as well. I would like him to continue on.
He doesn't want Tobey to die. That's the guy I think will eventually. You know what I mean?
Become the all-father of the MCU. Kind of taking Odin's place, kind of gives up the Thor name to a new variant, perhaps a new actor playing Thor, and then he just becomes the All-Father, right? Basically Odin. There is a rumor, take this with a grain of salt because I really don't know where this came from. There was a rumor that Doom actually grabs Stormbreaker and chops Thor's arm off. Don't know how true that is.
Lord.
So don't count on that happening. But if that happened in the scene, that would actually be kind of crazy. And then he tries to use his other arm. Mjolnir, I guess. I don't know.
Oh my God.
Crazy. But a big scene is going to go down between Doom and Thor, according to these recent rumblings online. And apparently that will also lead to Loki wielding Mjolnir, which I think is actually insane. Now, the last report I want to talk about is coming from Alex Perez at thecosmiccircus.com, who says Doom will have his own evil team in Avengers Doomsday. They will reportedly be called the Harbingers of Doom, which I think is pretty interesting. And his team is not just going to be variants or like the Cabal. What we're hearing is that his team is other Dooms. And we've been hearing quite a lot about that lately.
That's a problem.
Variants of Doom or other versions of Doom plus Doom bots.
That's a major problem.
And it's actually interesting. Some people have been pointing this out online. Like, they teased this at Comic-Con. There was basically an army of Dooms on stage at Comic-Con, and Doom, Robert Downey Jr., walked out in front of them and was like, the Doom out of all.
Right.
They did kind of tease that.
Doom Prime.
Now, if they are Dooms from other universes and not just Doom bots, which I do believe we're going to get both, I'm counting on Doom just turning and destroying them all. Like, if we get a council of Dooms, Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom is going to destroy them all. There's only going to be one Doom at the end, right? And we've seen it in the comics. Doom will meet with another Doom who has a perfect universe. Literally a perfect universe. And because Doom is jealous, he kills him and destroys the universe. That's Doctor Doom.
Wow.
There's no way Doctor Doom lets all of the Dooms, be in charge of what's going to happen to the multiverse. Now, in the beginning, sure, maybe him and other variants, they all discover the multiverse is being destroyed. It's collapsing, and they all want to come together and try to stop it, sure. But again, once Doom realizes that there's probably no way to save the multiverse, it's going to be him wanting to rule the entire thing, making it exactly how he wants it, so he can ensure, he's basically Loki. He can ensure his version of peace, right? He can make it to where the universe never collapses. He can make it to where there's order. It's his order. It's his way, but he'll make it that way. It's basically Kang, too, right? Kang, out of all the multiversal battles and everything like that, he had the sacred timeline, and then he pruned any branch that would come off of it. And he wrote the timeline, right? That's what he was doing at the end of time. So Doctor Doom is going to be pretty similar in that manner to what was happening before with the destruction of the multiverse. It is very interesting to think. Obviously, again, I think Loki is very worthy to lift Mjolnir. Doom, in his original intentions to save the multiverse, that might make him worthy, especially if he goes on a really big journey and attempts to do it. But again, he is the villain of the movie. So I wouldn't put it past Marvel to have him lift Mjolnir and basically use his own spell to get around it, right? The Russo brothers might be pulling that off. And I think that would also be very cool because it would also be a very good demonstration of his power.
Yeah.
Right? And it's not just physical strength, it's sorcery. It's, oh, cool, like it has an enchantment on it, boom.
Yeah.
What do I care?
But if he just, he were to catch me on there after being thrown at him and tell him I've learned a little trick or two on how to get around your hammer's enchantment. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. You could imagine that, right? Yeah.
The greatest sorcerer alive is what Doom would say. So you have your brute, you have your magic, you have your hammers. I have all of that and more. And I have tech. And he has those emblems on his chest. We've seen the concept art, the official one from Marvel, where he's got the Thor hammer and he's got the Captain Marvel one as well. So maybe that Thor hammer is some sort of an enchantment of his own that makes it to where he can actually lift Mjolnir. Seems like he's clearly going to have fought a Thor in the past, so maybe he's figured something out that way. That's why he might have the emblem. Who knows? Maybe he has part of Thor's power inside of him, which makes him able to lift Mjolnir. Either way, I'm freaking seated for this. I cannot wait to see Thor fight Doom. And again,
we got a whole year to go.
Characters in the MCU. Top 2. But to see him be used for Doom to demonstrate his power, and then, of course, have a redemption arc where he does go against Doom and he holds his own and beats him, I would love that. And Loki, his brother, right there alongside of him to do that as well. Loki wielding Mjolnir, Thor wielding Stormbreaker, fighting Doom, that would be pretty cool.
That'd be nice. It'd be nice to see them team up. It'd be really nice to see them team up like that. That's a crazy. See, because the crazy thing that everyone remembers about Endgame is Cap picking up Mjolnir. So now you're going to have a reversal of sorts type of thing where a villain actually picks up Mjolnir. And it's like, oh my God. Like, that's the one that everyone remembers in this one. You know what I mean? Pretty good idea, Russos, if it is indeed true. Get over and follow the Cosmic Wonder. Tell them Tyrone Magnus sent you. 10 million subscribers.